You're probably noticing how messy the serger is getting. So there's a couple things you need to do to totally take care of this on a regular basis. Plus, make sure that it gets into your Husqvarna Viking store on a yearly basis. That way its annual service stays ongoing. And on the inside, everything stays running as it should. There are a lot of moving parts to make a serger actually work. So let's talk about the moving parts that you can see. So first off, one of the things that I would recommend is that whatever you do, don't use canned air. It tends to blow more inside the serger than out. So use something like a brush or a miniature vacuum attachment, your hosed vacuum, just get in there and suck it all out. A makeup brush, a Q-tip, anything like that would be great. Take the throat plate off. You could get the larger screwdriver in your accessory box, loosen this, get underneath. A lot of things gather up underneath the feed dogs. And then there is a little place where you need to oil. It says in your book you will need to use your soy machine oil. If you don't have any, make sure you buy exactly soy machine oil. And then there is a place right down at the bottom, way down here. Pretty much if you move the hand wheel, you'll see where there are places that move. They're kind of shiny. This is one major one. See where this part comes in and out of this kind of collar. After you clean it off, put a little drop of oil in there. And in your manual on near the last page, it actually shows you where you're supposed to put a couple drops there. And as a good reminder, those are not oil holes, of course. That's why there's pictures, do not oil. Those are for your threads. But speaking about those holes, you do have a little looper threader that came kind of wound up in a little coil in your accessory bag. And one thing you can do to clean this out is, let's go ahead and set it so the tubes connect here. Then you can take, and I would do this unthreaded, but since I'm threaded, you can actually take some yarn, feed the entire long piece of metal down through the tube. Make sure you are on the one. I don't know if that would matter because it is actually part of the air system. But go ahead and slide that until you see it come out the other side. Then you can put the little yarn in here, and by pulling that yarn all the way through, you'll clean out those tubes and keep everything kind of lint free. Remember, don't blow in it, don't get any, and they do talk about don't lick the thread before you put it in there. No moisture on those threads. So just kind of feed that in, use tweezers or kind of feed it in with your finger carefully, but don't lick it. So keep everything moisture-free, canned air-free, and when you put a couple drops of oil every so often after you clean it, this machine is going to treat you well. Don't forget, have your machine serviced every year, and again, this machine is going to last a lifetime.